Now we are going to study another data type which is known as Python dictionary. This is also one of the important data types. It is a compound data type which contains a pair comprising of key value corresponding to a value of an element. Actually, it contains two values. One is key, another is its corresponding value. Or in other words, every data element of a dictionary is associated with a key value. The data element of a dictionary can be retrieved or accessed through its key value. So if I want to access any value, that can be accessed by its key only. They are basically used for file handling, hashing, retrieving files from the hard disk. This concept you have studied in data structure also. So how to create a dictionary? It's very simple. First of all, create a variable name or object name is equal to. You have to give the value in braces as we have done in sets also. But here we are giving keys, name in colon, key value is given in colon, then in single quotes, in single quotes, and then we write colon, and then we specify value. Since it's a string, Robin is a string, so we are giving value in single quotes, then comma. There is another key roll number. Key value is given in single quotes. You have to remember this. Roll number, colon, and value is 111. So this is how we can create dictionary. First of all, dictionary name is equal to key, then key value, another key, and its value with colon. And when we print it, we see the output as such. This is the output. We can give list as a value also. Suppose I want to add another element in this list. So that can also be done, marks, colon, with these three values. That means we have given marks of three subjects, 45, 67, and 74. You can see that it is very similar to structure in C, where we specify if I want to store record of a student with his name, roll number, and marks. So it can be done in a single line statement in Python by using dictionary. So if I'm going to print it, it will give you the output as such. Now data dict3, dictionary can also be created with the method dict, function dict, and with values in parentheses. As we have done in sets also, set is a method or function also. Similarly, dict is a function where we can specify its value. So you can create dictionary with its function also. Similarly, another way to create a dictionary is dict, where you can give values without using colon. You give the value by putting parentheses. First of all, these are the parentheses. The outer parentheses are of dict function. Then the square bracket, and in this we are giving values in parentheses again. Name, Carl, with comma, roll number, 333. So this is another way. So these are the four ways by which you can create dictionaries. So according to your choice, you can use any of these four methods. You can take its screenshot and see it later on how to create dictionary by using these four methods. Now accessing a dictionary, it's very simple how to access elements of a dictionary. We can access them by using their key values only. We have created this dictionary and we have just printed it. Then another dictionary and then just printed it. Now I want to print the value of just name of dict1. The result should be Robin. So let's see the output. It's Robin with roll number 111. And another way is to get the value of a dictionary element is by using get method. I will write data dict2. If I want to access data dict2, then I'll write print data dict2 dot get name, dot get roll number, and dot get marks. Even then, these three values can be accessed: Robin, 111, and these are the marks. So this is the way how we can access dictionary elements by using their key values. Updating a dictionary. We can easily add or modify the elements of a dictionary. If item is already present in the dictionary, then its value can be altered by providing new value to its key term. If the item does not exist in the dictionary, then a new key and its value can be added to it. So let's see through an example. Suppose I have this dictionary and now I want to replace 111 with 222. I'll do it by using data dict roll number and assign new value 222. Similarly, if I want to add a new element marks, I'll just write data dict marks with these three values as a list. They will be automatically added at the end of the dictionary. And when I'm going to print it, it will display the output like this. Name is Robin, roll number is now 222, and marks are also added. So it is very simple to update or edit an element and add new element to the dictionary. Next is removing or deleting elements of a dictionary. Suppose I want to delete some elements, then that can be done by using pop and clear methods that we have studied in sets also. Pop method is used to remove the dictionary element with specified key value. Another method, pop item, can also be used to remove an element from the Python dictionary arbitrarily. In set, pop is used to randomly remove an element, but here with pop we need to specify values also. And if I want to remove arbitrary element, then I'll use pop item. So let's see through an example. Clear will remove all the elements of dictionary. Data dict name Robin, roll number 111, marks 40, 50, 60, and mobile number is this. So we have created this dictionary first of all, and then we have printed it. Now I want to pop roll number. So roll number will be removed from this dictionary. So let's see the output also side by side. Print data dict. You can see that roll number is removed from the dictionary here. There is no roll number over here. Similarly, I have removed any arbitrary element with pop item. Print data dict dot pop item. It also shows you which element has been removed. That's why here you can see 111. And now I'm going to remove pop item, an item with pop item. You can see name Robin. So it has removed Robin from the dictionary, randomly picking it out of it. So you can see the output. Robin is not on the dictionary now. We are left with only, we didn't printed it yet. We have just printed print data dict dot pop item. So it has removed only Robin. It has shown you that Robin has been removed. Now I want to delete mobile from data dict. I can also use del keyword for this. Del data dict mobile, then mobile element will be removed. Now I'm going to print the dictionary. So it will print only marks. That means I'm left with only marks element in the dictionary. And if I want to clear the entire dictionary, then I'll use clear method. Print data dict dot clear, and it will print none. That means there exists no dictionary now. So by using clear method, we can remove all the elements from the dictionary. By pop, you can remove a particular element. By pop item, an arbitrary element will be removed. With del, we can also delete an element, and with clear, we can remove all the elements from the dictionary. So These are the 4 ways by which we can remove or delete elements from a dictionary. Now there are various dictionary methods. We have already studied pop key, pop item, clear, copy is used to create copy of the dictionary, items, returns a new view of dictionary items. It just generates a new view, doesn't create a new dictionary, just a new view. Keys, returns a new view of dictionary keys. Only keys. Update other, updates the dictionary with the specified key and value. So if I want to update the value, I can use this function. And get returns the value of a key. We have already used it, datadict.get, then roll number. So it gives the value of roll number. So these are various methods that can be used with dictionaries. Next is Python dictionary membership test. So this can also be done with in operator. We have already studied. We have created this dictionary and then name in datadict. So I'm going to check whether name exists. So it's true. And Robin in datadict, it's false because it performs the search on the basis of keys, not on the basis of value. So if I want to search a particular element in a dictionary, I have to perform search on the key values, not on the only on the keys, not on the value of that key. So if I'm searching Robin in datadict, it is returning false. I need to search through name. So you need to remember this. We can also iterate through a dictionary using for loop. So this is a dictionary we have created for I in datadict, print datadict I. So it will display Robin, 111 and 40, 50, 60. So it will display all the elements in the order. Now let's go through the functions. These are very simple functions. Sorted, it sorts the elements of the dictionary. Length will returns the length of the dictionary, whether 3 elements or 4 elements. Compare will compare 2 dictionaries, whether they are equal or not. It returns the result in either true or false. Any, if all the elements of dictionary are true, and all, if any element of the dictionary is true, and all, if all the elements of a dictionary are true. So these are the various functions of dictionaries. So it's very simple. So this is all about dictionaries in Python. Next topic is strings, and you have already studied about it. So we have studied all the data types in Python now, which are number, then strings, list, tuples, sets, and then dictionary. So these are various native data types in Python, which have we have studied in detail with their respective methods, functions, and their accessing methods also. Fine. So you have to go through them thoroughly. I hope you understand all the concepts. This is all about native data types in Python.